Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to see the login form for our placement management system. In previous video, we watched about we have seen the program regarding company details form. So here, as usual, we have seen these import four important packages to be imported. That is Java X.Spring.Star, Java.awt.event.star, Java.awt.star, and Java.sql.star. So here we have our class name login, which implements action listener interface. So as we have seen in the previous videos, we are similarly we are going to use these Swing components, that is JFrame, JLabel, JTextField, JPassword field, and JButton. So we have created this frame object for JFrame. Then all these are objects of the particular components like text field, label, etc. And these are the text which appear um, as here we can able to see that these are the labels, these are text field, this is a combo box. So we have here a string array that is choice, where we have given the choices like student and faculty, which passed as an argument to the combo box, that which whose name choice combo box. Here we can see here we have a combo box where we have student or faculty. There, we are logging whether the uh, user is a student or a faculty. Then we have a label named image and icon P. In P, we are going to set icon, which we are not directly going to insert to the frame, but we are going to set into the label, and then we are going to insert it to the frame. Then this is our constructor named login. As usual, we have these four methods, that is create window, set location and size, add components to the frame, and action event. So all these implementation we already have seen. That is, we call the new JFrame with the help of this frame object, which we have created for the frame. Then we set title, set bounds, set background, set layout, and at the end we set the visibility as true to set the components to be visible, and also to set the frame to be visible. Then we have set default close operation, then set resizable method. We have set location and size method. In that we have set the location and the size for our components of the frame. Here we have used set bounds method, set font method, set background, and here extra method we have used, that is set foreground. This is we have used to set the font color. We are able to see here that the font color is red, so we have done this with the help of set foreground method, and here we are going to mention color dot red. Then we have done this for all the components. Only for the labels we have set this foreground method, and the color we have set is red, and else everything is same. Then we have this P, that is icon P. P is the icon object, and here we have the implementation, that is image icon method, where we provide, which takes the argument as address of the image. Here we provide the image address, and we are going to set this image use with the help of set icon inside the label, and this label is going to be inserted to the. So after all that, in this add component to the frame method, we add all these components, each and every component, that is text field, label, button, everything is added to the frame with the help of this add method, frame dot add title. In this way we add these components. Then we have action event method. Here in this we add action listener to our buttons. So in this case we have only one button, that is login button, so we have added this action listener. So we have login button dot add action listener, and we used here this keyword. This is used only in the class which implements the action listener. Then we have action performed method. From action event class we have created the object for action event, and if e.getSource is equal to login button, then what we are going to do, first of all, the code for the program here is a critical program, that is for database connection, so it should be written inside the try catch block, and the implementation is same that we have seen in the previous videos. So in this way, with the help of connection interface and the driver manager interface, we establish the connection on the connection object. Then we have this statement object, which we call the create statement method on the connection object. Then we pass query to the connection create statement method. So here in this case, what we do is, first of all, we select the we get the data inserted into the text fields, that is for in PRN and the password field, and we compare it with the data inside the tables. If it matches as per the registered data, then we allow the user login. So in this case, we first of all we have here combo box. So as per the combo box, sorry, as per the data selected from this combo box, we have to check for the details, user details. So users can be either a student or a TPO. So if we have this get selected item dot toString method, so that whatever is selected from the combo box, we have this object, that is choice combo box dot get selected item dot toString. If it is equal to student, if it means if student is selected, then we are checking the details in the student details table. So we have the query select everything from student details, and we then have the result set object, that is rs, and we perform this execute query method on this statement object and pass this query as an argument to this execute query method. If rs dot while, and we have used this while loop, as we know that rs acts as a cursor and iterates to the row. So we have to iterate through each row of the table. So for that we use dot next method. So while rs dot next, we check for the data from these columns prn and the password. So for that purpose we have this get string method. So rs dot get string prn, these are the column names prn and password from the student details table. So these are case sensitive, we have to use as they are mentioned there, and we are taking these values inside these string variables, that is user id and password, and we then compare with these passwords, sorry, these uh, data, that is prn and password, which are entered in the text fields. If they are equal, if they matches, then we are going to display the message that login is successful, and then the user will be redirected to the search page. So we create object for the search class, search s is equal to new search, and then we set the frame visibility as false for this frame, so that only that frame will be visible. Then similarly in the case of faculty, if user selects faculty in this drop box from this combo box, then we provide this method that if choice combo box get selected item dot to string dot equals faculty, if it is equal to faculty, then we are going to search inside the faculty table, that is TPO details table. So we have this query select everything from TPO details, and same way we execute this query and check for these columns. In this column we have, in this TPO details table, we have the column names user id and password. So we check for those and compare with those inserted into the text fields. If they are equal, then user will be logged in successfully and the message prints that login successful. And we have this then the user will be taken to the search panel. So we create the object for the search class and then set the frame visibility as false for this frame, so that this will be disappeared and only that frame will be visible. And else if the invalid credentials are inserted, then we display this message that invalid credentials with the help of this J option pane dot show message dialog. Then this is the exceptional code, that is if in case any SQL exception occurs, then we have created the object that is even. So even dot print status, it will print all the info regarding that exception. We have this main class where we have the main method. So we have created the object of this login class, which is this one, this login class. So the constructor will be called, and these four methods are called from this constructor itself. That's all. In this way it works. So let's see how it works. So suppose I'm selecting here student, and the user ID I'm going to insert this, the roll number and the password for that user ID as registered before. And then when I click on the login button, it will be displayed that logged in successful. In case if I type any email invalid data, then it will print the message invalid credentials, and I will be and the user will be redirected to the search page. So in this this is the final page which we will and the program for same we will discuss in the next video. Till then, let me show you how it shows if we insert some invalid data. Suppose I I type here any random number and some random password, then it will print the message that invalid credentials. So in this way it works, and when I click on this close button, it will get close due to this set default close operation jframe.exit on close method. So till that's all. If you like my video, please like it and subscribe my channel. Till then, thank you so much.